Is it science fiction's fault that we're in these messes? Hey guys, it's me, Carrie, and I'm back. I've been sick. Sound weird inside of my head. I have planned videos and stuff, but why not do something weird and crazy? And short, hopefully, because my throat will start going crazy and I might start coughing. Alright, so it is, I don't know, July 23rd. And this has nothing to do with anything except my thoughts. What I was thinking about today. Okay, this is it. Science fiction. Now, I've always thought of science fiction as either already existing or going to exist. So, I guess what I'm saying is anything that has been written down either already has existed, so that's how they were able to get that information, or it's going to exist, which is kind of the same thing as far as I understand it, because like time and life are kind of circular. Not really blobular, more kind of circular, so things kind of repeat in that manner. I have no proof for anything that I'm saying, and plus I've been sick, so who knows what I'm talking about. Okay, so back to my point here. So lately in the news, there's all of these, we'll start with fun things first. There's all of these things happening that are from science fiction. Like the easiest thing to point to are our like phones and our tablets and stuff like that. So we have these screens that we can literally touch, like in Star Trek back, not that long ago, but like 30, 40 years ago, they were putting this stuff that was just crazy and we could not believe that it was true. So even when I used to watch that stuff, I was like, oh, well, if they're already showing this to us, particularly in entertainment, like movies and TV, my guess is they already have that actual technology and they can do that. And it's just a matter of time before they hone it in so that they can like distribute it to us. Drink break. So that's like the easiest example of science fiction. Now there's hundreds and hundreds of other things that are in science fiction that like suddenly pop up. Like particularly if you like look into like old writings and things like that, it's going to be hard to not find something that was written about and then you're like, oh, he told the future. And I'm like, well, did he? Like, or did he just kind of smoosh into something and get into that spot? That sweet spot where you can like really see what's going on. Side note on that, a lot of people refer to that as the Akashic Records, which if you don't know anything about that, I'll probably do a video on it eventually. It's very interesting to me. I have never, oh no, please do hold. Sorry about that interruption. Okay, so Akashic Records, I'll probably get into that, but the long and short of that is it's where all of the information that has ever existed or will ever exist, kind of the same thing, exists, I don't know, like a big computer database is the easiest way to describe it, that is accessible theoretically by everyone at any time to go anywhere. But we've kind of like forgotten how to get to it. I myself have attempted by dream things and stuff like that, and I haven't made it in yet. But that doesn't mean I have given up. So yeah, side note on the Akashic thing, back into our science fiction. Is it the science fiction writer's fault that we're in all these messes? Now the reason I brought this up today is because, maybe obviously or not obviously, George Orwell. 1984, that's been a lot in the news lately. I in fact used it in my video when I wasn't sick. It feels like so long ago. I feel all medicine-y facey, and I don't even have medicine. It's weird. Okay. So, 1984, with the George Orwell, I'm sure everyone is familiar with that by now. If not, what the hell? Go read it. It's short. I mean, I assume you can still get an actual copy of it. Yeah, you probably can. That's just me being crazy. You're fine. You're totally fine. Now, basically, the idea behind this is that it gets into like a fully terrifying socialist run by Big Brother computer or just, Big Brother. We'll just leave it at that. No spoilers. Everybody wears the same things. There's a new language called Newspeak so that there can be no negative words. It's crazy. It's insane to me. But lately in the news, every time I read another article or look, it's like that is really actually happening. The goal of that book, or 1984, the goal of that book was that by 2050, socialism would be cool. Everything would be awesome again. And so my question is, was this always going to happen? Did George tap into something and see that this was going to happen, like down to the possible exact date? Like, we are only 31 years away from the proposed science fiction date of us being fully socialized with new words and wearing gray and not having any charge of our own humanness anymore, essentially. It's something that I think about, especially when I see like any kind of new movie or something that comes out, or you watch any movies. Like, I only gave a couple of examples, but there are tons, lots of science fiction dystopia kind of movies out there that if you go back from the 80s, from the 90s, you go back and you watch those now, your mind, like, seriously, your mind is going to get blown, because you're going to be, it's hard. It's a weird thing. So what do you guys think? Tell me, do you think I'm crazy? It's likely. Do you guys also think that, like, time is this big round, big circle thing that maybe have already happened or happens future or still is going to happen, or everything that possibly happens already exists in some kind of thing, computer thing? Hell, that's the easiest way I can understand it. And it's just kind of waiting to be viewed or felt. I don't know, man. I could have some leftover sickness lying around. I may or may not have gotten stoned before recording this. So those are my thoughts today. Hope you guys are having a great start of your week. And if you're lucky, maybe I'll see you again. Thanks for stopping in.